Twitch. Good morning, Twitch. Good morning, Twitch. On this 02.23.2024. Current time is 05:43 a.m. Eastern Time here in Upstate New York. That'd be the southern tier of Upstate New York where I live and reside on this Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Rich Roberts, Fireman Rich, here on the Twitch, saying good morning and happy Friday. We made it to the weekend, and good to be here as far as that goes. And good morning to Tim Fan 40 in the chat. Glad to have you here, sir. Right out of the gate, he came in on the chat. For the people watching on the replay on Rumble and YouTube, and also here on Twitch, we have an active chat. And Tim Fan coming in from Michigan, our resident contractor. I do have the morning coffee, which is tasting very good. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And we have the morning coffee. I'm sure Tim has his. He's been on the job site. He's been working for like the last 8 hours already, in a manner of speaking. But glad to have you here, Tim. Hope everything's well with you out there in Michigan. And raise my coffee cup here. The coffee is tasting very good this morning. Good stuff, good stuff. We had a good day yesterday. Well, it started out good. I got 2 of the 3 packages, and they're not really what I wanted. One of them I'm going to return, and that's I bought 3 antennas. The one antenna I was sort of expecting it not to be exactly what I wanted, but I can still utilize it. The other one for the Bowfang, the antenna, it's missing the little screw on the end. Let me see. Let me show you this. This is the Bowfang antenna right here. This is what I got. A piece of cheap Japanese or Chinese piece of. It used to be back in the day in the 60s. I remember everything. The cheap stuff came from Japan. My grandfather used to say. Now it comes from China. I think you get quality stuff from Japan now. But this is the Bowfang antenna right here, okay? You can see it says, or the Nagoya for the Bowfang. It says Nagoya right there. But what it's missing is, and I could probably go out and purchase it, but I'm going to go ahead and return it. It's missing a little doodad. So if I get the Bowfang and I take off the antenna, this is the Bowfang. And you can see there's a little, this is the Bowfang, and you can see there's a little screw. Well, it's missing that little screw. I could get a double male and put it in the Bowfang, or the Nagoya. This is the Bowfang antenna right here, okay? This is the one that came with it. You can see there's a little screw right there, okay? And this is the Nagoya, and it doesn't have one. So I need to return this, and I'm going to return it. This was only about $20, and I guess I could spend another $6 for a double, for a handful of adapter screws. Why should I? I'm just going to wrap it up and send it home. I made the decision. I've done that before. I think on my last PC, when I was having what I thought was a power module problem. I sent it back, and it was a good power. What do they call those power? What do you call those things with the power for the computer? The power packs.
Power supply unit.
The what? That?
Power supply.
Oh, unit. Power supply unit. Yeah, I sent the power supply unit back, and I got another one, and that worked. And it happened. It wasn't the power supply unit. It was the computer itself. So this is going back today. I just got to get on Amazon and write up the thing to them and send it back. And I'll get another. They'll send me another one. That came fairly quick, so I'm not in no rush. So that's how my day started out good. But when I got that, it's sort of like, that. We did go for a morning walk yesterday, which was good. It was a little bit wet out. We had some wet weather yesterday, and as far as that goes, but we had a good walk. And what else did I do? Did some scanning for the misses. Oh, I played a couple games of PUBG Battleground, and we'll look at my Twitter feed. I got a number 2 yesterday as far as out of 99 players. Almost got that chicken dinner. Getting close. Getting close. I did have a game just before dinner where I killed 3 people right at the bat. I got a gun before they did, and I took all 3 of them out. I thought I was way away from the regular drop zone, but there was 3 characters that were right near me, and I took them down as far as that goes. But yesterday was a fairly good day despite the weather. It just stayed cloudy and damp, no real torrential downpour as far as that goes. And but currently here in the southern tier of upstate New York, it's 36 degrees Fahrenheit. 36 degrees Fahrenheit, which equates to 2.2 degrees Celsius. And areas of patchy early fog, cloudy skies early, then party clouds this afternoon. High of 52. Yeah, high of 52 degrees. Winds light and variable. That's cool. But 52 degrees Fahrenheit. That is outstanding. It's going to be a great... Spring is just around the corner, folks. It's already here. And Aussie Joanna, thank you. Aussie Joanna subscribed. Thank you and good morning. Hello. And she's saying hello to the chat. She's coming in from Australia as far as that goes. Queensland, in that town that I have to look at the card. The same thing with Melbourne 17. But she comes in from Australia. Queensland in Australia, in the town of Tuwomba. Tuwombo. It's the Garden City, as far as that goes. We took a little trip there on the Google Maps there of her, and thank you for being here. Tusuba. One day I will be able to no problem, Tim. I appreciate it. Oh, Toowoomba. Okay, and that sounds like an Australian bush town as far as that goes. So thank you, Joanna. Thank you for being here also, and I greatly appreciate the subscription. Greatly appreciate it. You're very, very kind and stuff. And don't worry about it, Tim. Believe me, it just I really it really just you guys being in the chat. That's tops, okay. But Joanne, I do appreciate it, okay. But you don't have to do that, okay. I guess it keeps you from watching the commercials. I guess if that's your intent and stuff like that, there's nothing I can really do from the commercials standpoint as far as that goes. So our world times and temperatures as we start in Honolulu, Hawaii at 12:52 a.m. is 72 degrees Fahrenheit. Cloudy skies there in Honolulu. In Phoenix, Arizona, that's where my sister lives now, in Phoenix. She was living in Sierra Vista. Now she lives in Phoenix, the city of Phoenix. 3:52 a.m. Clear skies, 54 degrees Fahrenheit. There we go. There's that little character. He's dancing a Tuwooba. I like that. 54 degrees Fahrenheit in Phoenix. In Chicago, Illinois at 4:52 a.m. Clear skies, 43 degrees Fahrenheit. In the jungle, the New York City, 5:52 a.m. and it's 5:52 currently here in the southern tier of upstate New York. Cloudy skies in New York City, 43 degrees Fahrenheit. Across the Atlantic Ocean, the Pacific, or not the Pacific, that's the Atlantic Ocean. The Atlantic Ocean. The Pacific is over where Joanna's at. Big Pacific is huge. Atlantic is a pretty good size ocean too. I've flown across it quite a few times, as well as the Pacific in my day. Across the pond, as it's called, in Cork, Ireland, at 10:53 a.m. Cloudy skies, 37 degrees Fahrenheit. Milan, Italy, it is raining in Milan at 11:53 a.m. just before manja time, lunchtime. 46 degrees Fahrenheit in Milan. Kuala Lumpur, at sunny skies. Great. Sunny skies, 88 degrees in Kuala Lumpur. Getting a little toasty there. In Tokyo, Japan, let's see, Kuala Lumpur, that was at 6:54 early evening. Sunny skies, sunny and clear. Tokyo, Japan, 7:54 p.m. in the evening currently. It's 37 degrees Fahrenheit, cloudy skies. And down there on the great continent and the friendly ally to the United States that we really appreciate, Australia, the only country that can say they're a continent. In Melbourne, Australia, at 9:54 p.m. According to my iPad Mini, I might be off an hour. 9:54 p.m. in Melbourne. It's cloudy skies, 63 degrees Fahrenheit, and in Sydney, Australia. Oh, it's raining in Sydney. Okay, at 9:54 p.m. in the evening, 75 degrees Fahrenheit, and those are our world times and temperatures as I speak. Let me get the. Let's go ahead and bring up the weather map here. I'll go ahead and do that. Let's see. Where's the weather map? Okay, we'll go with this. We'll go with this one here. Let's see. Let's bring this up. Present. There's the present. Okay, and oh, we got the button. That's good. Push it there, and there we go. There's the weather map. Let's go ahead and size it here. Okay, so there's New York State, and you can see we got some weather off to the east over in New England, the New England area, but right there in this right here, as we key in, this is Tioga County right here. This is the county I live in, and this is Elmira. That's where our Mark Twain is buried at, and then this is Broome County. These are the two, but this is the Finger Lakes area right here, and you can see we got clear skies, and we zip over to Michigan. And I believe Tim Fant says that he's down here towards the border, down the South Bend. That's in Indiana, but he's down in this area by Kalamazoo, I guess. I believe. Is that correct, Tim? You're down there. You can see clear skies in Michigan. You can see they got Lake Michigan, and what's this lake? This is Lake Huron. Yeah, that's Lake Huron. Lake Erie, and this is Lake Ontario. Or no, this is... Yeah, that's Lake Ontario. That's the Great Lakes. These are the Great Lakes right here, as far as that goes. And the rest of this, you can see they got some weather down there. Down south, as far as the southern states, and as we travel over across the Atlantic, you can see, yeah, I guess it is raining. Raining in Milan. Be right back. Okay, Joanna, we'll be here. You can see there's scattered showers there. Ireland, United Kingdom, all over Europe. And as we fly over Ukraine and Russia, you got a little weather there off of the tip of South Korea and Japan. And down there in Australia, yeah, I guess it is raining in Sydney. Got some... And this is where... Queensland is, and Joanna is right here, right there. There's Toowoomba, right west of Brisbane, right there. So that's the we key in. That's where Aussie Joanna is at. Toowoomba. Oh, there's a Toowoomba, the Garden City. There it is, okay, to highlight that. And but yeah, they got some weather down around Sydney there. So, and also up there in northern Queensland, Western Australia, a few, and New Zealand's pretty nice. So that's how it looks in the Pacific Rim. And there's Honolulu, Hawaii. They got some rain going on over there. They got some rain showers off the coast. There's the Hawaiian Islands, as far as that goes. And and we're flying back over to the west coast of the United States, and you can see there is a little rain up there off the coast of northern California and Oregon. And we're back in New York. So we went around the world, in a manner of speaking. And we're at the top of the hour at 6 o'clock. Around the world in less than a minute, as far as that goes. So that's the weather we have going right now in right here in the northeast and the southern tier of upstate New York. And let's see, the sun, did I say when the sun was? No, I didn't say when the sun was going to rise. The sun's going to rise this morning at 6:52 a.m., which is in 52 minutes. We're at the top of the hour at 6 o'clock right now. 6:52 a.m. the sun will be rising, and it'll be setting at 5:48 p.m. later today. So we're gaining that extra minute of time there, as far as that goes. So let's see. How's our broadcast doing? Our broadcast is doing good. Hey, and okay. Yep. 60 frames per second. Let's see, at the OBS we're at 3677. At the Twitch we're at 3526 kbs. Excellent broadcast going so far. So we're holding on that front. That's good. We've been having some decent connections and stuff. Knock on the thing there, Rich. We do have a thought for the day. Let's go and proceed to that. Our thought for the day comes from Henry Ford. Henry Ford, a great industrialist, a founder of the Ford Motor Company. He was an American industrialist and business magnate. As founder of the Ford Motor Company, he was credited as the pioneer of making automobiles affordable for middle-class Americans through the Fordism system. And what that was, he actually created the manufacturing workflow, assembly line, and that's what got those cars out at a cheaper rate and stuff like that. And he didn't sit back and do the yap, and that goes to the quote he has. His quote and our thought for the day goes as follows: you can't build a reputation on what you're going to do. You can't just say, I'm going to go do this, and if you don't produce and you don't do it, your reputation is crap, as far as that goes. Our good friend Tim Fan, I know he's a contractor. It's his work. His work is his reputation, the quality of work that he does, and the skill that he does as a contractor. And a lot of times, so there's a lot of people, and I know this firsthand, that they take for granted that, the contractor, they just, no, that's their reputation. That's what, because I've seen it firsthand on a lot of contractors. They just don't talk to smack. I've seen some amazing things on what contractors across the whole trade, different trades there, do things and stuff like that. And I'm simply amazed because I can barely hammer a nail, okay? And but it's a skill. It's a skill that's acquired, and as far as that goes. And Henry Ford, he knows firsthand that he can't just have people on the assembly line just saying, yeah, I guess I can do this really good. Well, show me. You can't build a reputation on what you are going to do. You have to show. You have to produce. And Henry Ford was definitely one that produces, and the Henry Ford Motor Company is a very big success because of him. So, a good quote: "You can't build a reputation on what you are going to do." You know, Henry Ford, our thought for the day, something to think about as far as that goes. And because before pushing the play button, I say, yeah, I guess I'm going to go do a broadcast. And when I don't do it, it's that consistency. Your reputation is built on that, on what you are doing, not what you're going to do, as far as that goes. So, a very good in the work trenches type of quote there, as far as that goes. Let's see, our national day. Let's see, our national day for today. What is? Let's see, we got 3. Ooh, where's Tina? She'll like this one. We're gonna do another foodie probably. You got National Dog Biscuit Day. That's always a good one. Give the dog an extra biscuit. National Tile Day. Yeah, if you're into tiles. National Skip the Straw Day. So what do you do? I like using a straw. If I get a can of soda, I like putting a straw in there because I don't want to drink off. Especially in a restaurant, you don't know where that can's been, right? Stick the straw. The same thing with the glass. A lot of times, and so I very, very rarely do I drink. If I have a glass of water, I'll put a straw in and drink it through. I don't know where that glass is, but then again, the water's in it. So, but like a can, you got those cans. They could be sitting in the back room for a while and stuff like that. We're gonna go with this one: National Banana Bread Day. And who doesn't like banana bread, right? Who does not like? Who can't resist a good slice of banana bread especially when it's warm coming out of the oven. February 23rd, annually recognizes well-known food holiday, National Banana Bread Day. Hashtag National Banana Bread on this hashtag positive start today, hashtag PSTTD. I almost forgot that. Bakers know that to make sweet and delicious banana bread, you need to use fully ripe mashed bananas. The resulting quick bread is moist and almost cake-like, and while some recipes call for yeast, most don't. I guess, to rise, or, if you want it to rise and stuff like that. Either way, the finished product makes a tasty sliced snack, and it does. That's always some good stuff. Toast it, and I didn't realize you could. Yeah, that's a good idea. Toast it, and add butter on it, and even more satisfying treat. In 1930s, baking soda and baking powder made banana bread and other quick bread standards featured in American cookbooks. Pillsbury included banana bread recipes in its 1933 Balanced Recipe Cookbook. The release of Chiquita Banana's recipe book in 1950 further secured the banana bread's acceptance. Surprisingly, bananas first made their appearance in the United States back in 1870 for a long time. Americans saw the tropical fruit as merely that, a fruit, not an ingredient. It would take a few decades before they started to see the banana potential. And I like banana, but you don't want to eat a lot of them because just like any type of fruit, it's going to, do a number on your system. But bananas are healthy if you eat them in moderation. I used to eat bananas for the potassium. When I used to do track and field back in high school. I do have an occasion. Actually, I think the missus, she went shopping. She's got bananas. We always have some bananas sitting on them. I know there's some people that don't like bananas. They say they're high in sugar. Yeah, but it's natural sugar. Okay, so one's not going to hurt you, unless you're diabetic. You don't want to be eating bananas, I guess, or you want to eat them in a half a banana and stuff like that. Our good friend Michael Bathurst, I saw a broadcast where he said he was giving his dog a banana and I had to look that up. You got to be careful. You don't want to give a lot of a banana to a dog if it wants a banana, because it's not healthy. It's the same. You'll have the effect with the dog if it eats too much banana as a human eating too much fruit. You're going to be going to the bathroom a lot, and it's going to be all over the place. So, but bananas are good. I like bananas. Sometimes I wonder when I hear a lot about people saying bananas are bad. They're not bad. Look and do your research. In moderation, anything is okay as far as food. I said this the other day. Moderation is good. Portions is good. Am I going to eat all the bananas sitting on? No. Am I going to have one now? Maybe another one in a couple days? Yeah. And usually the case, if there's 2 or 3 left, which usually there isn't, but when there's 2 or 3 left and they're overripe, that's the missus will make some banana bread, which she hasn't made any in a long, long time. But you got to make sure they're overripe. I don't like eating. You get bananas, you eat them right after you get them from the store. I don't like the green that when they're really green, but sometimes the bananas we've been getting, they're green, but when you eat them, I guess it's a mixed bag. It's like 50-50. Sometimes they're not really, they're not ripe enough to eat, but then I'll open one with a little bit green on the skin, and it's ripening and stuff. It's like it tastes good. So I like bananas on ice cream. Another sugary treat that if you're diabetic you don't want to eat and stuff. So, but bananas are good, okay, and they're healthy in moderation, just like anything, okay. And the freaking complaints that people say about the sugar, it's natural sugar, okay. If you're not supposed to take sugar, well then it's going to be crap for you. But for us that can eat bananas, they're a healthy food in moderation. Again, the key word. And yesterday we did have the what is it? The Fireman Rich audio podcast, and I did an interesting story. It was about a fire, or about somebody that was passing by that worked for the Washington State DOT, and there was a fire, and because we've been having a lot of fires here lately, and I ended up posting up on my X/Twitter timeline, where it's at Fireman Rich for those people on the replay on Rumble and YouTube, and also on Twitch here on the replay. And I also put it over there on where the hell am I at here? Over there on Truth Social, Blue Sky, and Instagram Threads, and the public Facebook, The Real Fireman Rich. But on those other 4, it's at Fireman Rich. And but I did a blog. I have 2 blogs. I got the Fireman Rich blog, and I've got the Tioga Fire Protection, Fire Prevention. That was my first blog that I made when I got out of the service. I made a fire prevention blog, fire protection, to talk about fire items relating to the fire protection field. But yesterday, the article was a man awarded for quick response to a house fire in Washington. Oh, it was Washington, in the Washington Mountains, Washington State. And this guy was just driving along, and he saw, it was early morning, he saw a blaze starting, and he went and knocked on the house, woke up the family. It saved the family. Why they didn't have smoke detectors, I don't know, but the picture, the house was ablaze afterwards. But we've been having some fires, and that was a good, interesting story. And let me see, let me bring up the... And we're going to talk about that fire that I blogged about. Let me bring up my blog. Let's see. Let me bring that up here. And we want to do a present. Oh, you know what? No, it's not there. It's not. It's on the other blog. Hang on. I gotta switch over. Go back, just bear with me. You got that, blogger, and I gotta switch to blogs. I gotta switch to Toggle Fire Protection, Fire Prevention. There we go. That'll work. Oh shit. Let me get this straight here. I'm pushing too many buttons. No, I don't want that blog. I want the other one. Let's see. I gotta change it. Okay, there we go. We changed it. Now bring it up, and I want to get rid of that one. There we go. So I talked about it, and oddly enough, there's a couple news. When there's like 2 or 3 news items on one particular fire, I will blog about it. And do people still blog? Yeah, I still blog. I like doing the blogging. Blogging is fun. And then I ended up posting that across over there on Tioga Fire Protection and Fire Prevention X/Twitter feed, and across my feeds as well. Okay, there we go. Oh, there we go. We gotta hit share. There we go. All right. Someday I'll get this presenting squared away. Okay, there's the blog right there. There we go. Let's see if that squares up. And that's the fire that happened on Wednesday right there, as far as that goes. There's a picture of it. And you can see it was a house fire. It was in the city of Binghamton Wednesday morning, as far as that goes. And Binghamton Fire responded to suspicious, and this was an abandoned house, or it was an empty house, but squatters had been in there. There's a follow-up we'll get when we go to the local news here. But the city of Binghamton firefighters responded to a blaze on a 3-story wood frame structure, 122 Henry Street. And there's a double comma. I got to correct that. The call came in at 7:14 for the fire, and we have a little article on it. There's another picture of it right there. That's the house fire right there, city of Binghamton, as far as that goes. I used to fight these. I used to be in there with the hose, and I got the ladder up and stuff. And so let's go ahead and let's see. We'll listen to this.
A house taken over by the city of Binghamton last year was the scene of a fire this morning. According to Broome County Dispatch, the call came in around 7:14 a.m. Crews, including Binghamton Police, responded. At 8:30, Mayor Cram posted on Facebook that the road, including the entrance to the post office, was closed. There are no injuries reported. The house is one of several owned by Isaac Ansrud that the city is in the process of taking over after a settlement announced just last year.
I guess that's the end of it. Okay, so, but that's the fire. Oh, here's something else. Let's listen to this one.
122 Henry Street, fire erupted on this Wednesday morning. Of course, the fire damage was confined to the upper portion of this 3-story house. The fire was extinguished after a couple of hours. Now, demolition is getting underway. Mayor Jared Cram is at the scene. This was on the list of properties that you had announced were part of the settlement with Isaac Ansrud, but I understand that the actual transfer of ownership had not been completed.
That's correct. So the city is not the owner of this property right now. It still is Mr. Andrew. We're going to be closing on the property here very shortly. But what's happening right now is that demolition crews from Gore Construction of Binghamton are here on site to demolish what's right now, a building that's in imminent danger of collapse. This is a public safety issue for anyone who's driving or walking in the area. It's important that we get this extremely fire damaged property down safely today. That debris cleanup happened today and tomorrow on the property. The roof has collapsed due to the fire. Obviously, there's been debris that's fallen off, and it's in real poor condition right now.
In some ways, this is similar to a fire that happened at an Ansrud property on Conklin Avenue almost exactly 2 years ago.
Very similar. The property on Conklin Ave was a commercial property, but it's really important that Gorick, we have the emergency demo happen, get this building down as it is in danger of collapsing further. We certainly don't want to have that happen, and Warwick is here to safely do it under the
Good
city's
morning,
emergency
Tina.
guidelines.
For Jared Cram, thank you.
Thank you.
So they're tearing that house has been torn down, uh, and they also have somebody arrested. I'll be doing a follow up when we get to the end of the. I'll present some more news. It's just that this is what I did yesterday. I did some blogging yesterday, and this fire that happened Wednesday, everything was under control at 9 a.m. As far as firefighters remained on scene, there was one firefighter that was. Um, Sustained minor injuries when he slipped on the ice. You know, that's the hazard you have. But for all intents and purposes, it was an unoccupied, but there were squatters on there, and they've had fires at this particular building before. There's quite a few empty buildings in the city of Binghamton, but this is the other blog that I have that I post from, and then I have the Fireman Rich blog as far as that goes too. So. Let's see, we'll go ahead but good morning, Tina. Glad to have you here this morning and to join us. Yeah, get your coffee. Yeah, I'm gonna need a refill here in a little bit. But I also did before I did the blog article. I did the Fireman Rich audio podcast, and we talked about a fire. So the subjects of fire protection, fire prevention still interests me to where I like doing the blogging and talking about it and promote fire safety. Please be fire safe. It's just common sense. That's what it comes down to, common sense as far as that goes. And so those stories, and the thing is, in this city of Binghamton fire, there was no injuries. Well, there was no deaths. There was an injury. It's something I would do. A bonehead firefighter slipped on the ice. That's something I would do on the fire ground, which I probably have done a long time ago when I was a volunteer. But you get right back up and you go right back into the battle of taking care of what has to be taken care of. You know, I hear these stories. Plus, we had another fire. I haven't seen any news on it here locally. I think it was a barn fire. Nobody was hurt. And as far as that goes, but I like bringing those stories, the good stories, not the tragic ones. We had a real tragic story. I don't like reporting on those locally here, where there was a lot of horses lost, and at the Tioga Downs casino race, they do the trotters there, and there's a casino there here in Tioga County. Ad break ends in 1 minute and 25 seconds, so we'll hold tight. And Tina's getting her coffee, and let's see. And let's see, we'll go and slide into the history on this day as far as that goes. What's our history? Let's see, you got the air break in 48 seconds. Waiting for that. Temperature hasn't changed. It's still 36 degrees out. Oh, what I did yesterday too, and I'll go over it in another blog post. Well, actually, I just posted the video, but I did a broadcast last night. Odysseus LM-1 lunar lander landed on the moon yesterday, and I broadcast on Twitch last night, watching the YouTube of I forget. We'll get to that. But that was something that happened last night that was pretty exciting. The America back on the moon. It's like 52 years since the last moon mission, Apollo 17. Let's see, on this day, let's see, okay, we're done with the, on this day, we're doing history now. In 1455, Gutenberg Bible was published, first Western book published with movable type, for printing press, printing types. In 1455, printing press, that was a technology back in that day. In 1883, Alabama became the first U.S. state to enact the antitrust law. Let's see, in 1905, a Chicago attorney and 3 businessmen met for lunch to form the Rotary Club, the world's first service club. And 1954, the first mass vaccination of children against polio commenced using Salk's vaccine in 1954. And I can remember back in the 60s when I was a kid, lining up in school getting vaccinations and stuff like that, as far as getting the shots there and stuff, or else taking the little tablet or something like that for the vaccine. Let's see, in 1975, time commenced 2 months earlier in response to the energy crisis. Oh, that's when we didn't have U.S. Daylight savings. Yeah, we didn't have daylight savings time for 2 months because of the energy crisis. And let's see, going over to let's see. In 1822, Boston was granted a charter to incorporate as a city. Oh, I thought it was before that. Wow, not until 1822? Whew. Okay. And in 1836, on this day, February 23rd. Yeah, did I say 20? Yeah, the 23rd. February 23rd, 1836, the siege of Alamo began in San Antonio, Texas, and then began the heroes of Remember the Alamo. And in 1861, here we go, President-elect Abraham Lincoln arrived secretly, because they were afraid that he was going to get knocked off after getting elected, arrived in Washington to take office following word of a possible assassination plot in Baltimore. So, and it was like, 4 years later after the Civil War, that's when he was assassinated. Abraham Lincoln, my favorite president. And probably one of the number one, there was a list of presidents, and he came out as being number one over George Washington. The rest you can just go decide whatever, where they're at and stuff. But those are the 2 great ones right there. Speaking of another president, 1903, President Theodore Roosevelt signed an agreement with Cuba to lease the area around Guantanamo Bay to the United States, and we still lease that. That's amazing. It's pretty wild. I used to be stationed, and he might be watching here. An individual. I was worked with an individual at my last duty base, and I still see him pop up in my. Is it over on? Yeah, he follows me on Twitter, but he also follows me on Facebook. He was stationed down there, or he worked down there as a civilian firefighter at Guantanamo Bay. He said it was pretty nice, but you can't go anywhere because you're staying right to the base. You can't just get off the base and go into Cuba. It's a very the Cubans won't allow that. But we still maintain that base down there. In 1942, the first shelling of the U.S. mainland during World War II occurred as a Japanese submarine fired on an oil refinery near Santa Barbara, California, causing little damage. And again, on this day in World War II, 1945, on Iwo Jima, captured Mount Shirobaka, where they raised 2 American flags. The second flag raised was captured on the iconic Association Press of the Marines. And that's a statue that's down there in Washington, D.C. There's a good, the gentleman that took the photo there, his son, was it something, James Bradley, I think his name is, Flags of Our Fathers. It tells about the raising of that, and Flyboys. That's a really interesting. That's talks about George older George Bush, Barbara Bush's husband, the president there before his son became president. I think it's George Walker Bush. He was shot down. I think he was like 28 years old, just before the invasion of we assaulted Iwo Jima. They were bombing an island called Chichijima, and he got shot down, almost captured. And let's see, moving down, and that's about it for there. Okay. So we're coming up on 48. Well, we got some time here. I know what we can transition to. We transition to our 100 years ago today. I know Tina likes listening to that, so we'll go ahead and get that in here. 100 years ago, and this is as of February 21st. Tina, did you hear what I got to backtrack because you came in a little late. Did you didn't hear what the National Day was, did you? Did you come in after? Did you hear that at all? You'll like the National Day. The National Day is, just to recap, is National Banana Bread Day. Hashtag National Banana Bread Day. So, just to recap, I think you came in after I said the National Day. But let's go ahead and do the 100 years ago today segment because we do have that, and I like presenting that as far as that goes. Let's see, double check here, double check there. Oh, what happened there? This computer's acting screwy. What the hell's going on, folks? Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay. Let's go ahead and present this here. Let's get this up. Boom. Hey, Big Chill or Big Juice. Big Juice. What's up? You are, my friend. You're here. Thank you for being here. Steve coming in from Ohio. Big Juice 900. Glad to have you. Good morning. We're just getting ready to do 100 years ago. If I could find it. Where the heck is it? Oh, there it is. Okay. I thought I had that up already. Oh, there it is. Okay, there we go. Alrighty, let's go. Yeah, let's go for 100 years ago today on February 21st. If I can go ahead and present it here. Let's see. Go hit that button. There we go. There it is. And we share it. Let's go ahead and square it off. I keep on forgetting to hit the button. And there we go. There it is. 100 years ago. Let's see, is that set up? Let's move this over in there and we reposition it like that so you can see it. There we go. Okay. All right, 100 years ago. Let's make sure we have it. I got to make sure the tab is muted or else you'll get that double feedback and stuff like that. Oh wow, they don't have the guy. I'm gonna have to read it. Oh, that sucks. I like hearing it. I'm gonna have to read this. 100 years ago today, the worst blizzard to hit the city since 1914 blew into Binghamton last night, and will continue until tomorrow. This isn't the same though. I like that guy. How come they didn't have him talk about it? And will continue until tomorrow with over a foot. So 100 years ago, they had a bad weather storm, a snowstorm, where there was a foot of snow and high winds. Let's see, the Hathland Methodist Episcopal Church celebrated its 70th anniversary, so that would make it 170 years today. The church was established back in February 22nd, 1854. The Endicott Johnson Corporation plans to build 36 new houses in the Union District. Specifics for all the houses are nearly the same, and average cost is about $3,000 for a house back then. Let's see, construction of a new roundhouse for Lackawanna Railroad will begin soon. It will be located near the bridge of Upper Conklin Avenue in Binghamton. Finally, an Erie Railroad employee was arrested yesterday after it was discovered that for the last 3 years he had been stealing crates of eggs from the boxcars. He's been pilfering, and that's what was in the news 100 years ago today. Okay, I thought we were going to hear the gentleman that talks that. So that sucked, huh? As far as that goes. Let's transition over to that fire I was talking about earlier. Let's see. Let me see if I can bring that up. Let's see. Okay, there's the fire I was talking about. This is the follow-up story, as far as for that story here. But that's the house that caught fire. Another view of it. Where's the article? I just had it here. Oh, there it is. Okay, this is the one. Binghamton man charged with arson, and as far as that goes, police have arrested a suspect in connection with the fire that heavily damaged downtown Binghamton apartment house. Authorities said a 56-year-old Terry Bell has been charged with fourth-degree arson. He was taken into custody by City Police Wednesday afternoon, several hours after the fire was reported. According to a Detective Bureau news release, Bell had been using the building at 122 Henry Street as his residence. The place was supposed to be vacant, okay, unoccupied. Bell was arraigned in the Binghamton City Court and sent to Broome County Jail. A fire department investigator sustained a leg injury. We talked about that when he slipped on the ice. He was taken to the hospital. No other injuries were talked about there as far as that fire goes. And let's see, there's the house right there being demolished. It was slated to be demolished though. And the Henry Street property has been acquired by this a company of company in Brooklyn for $100,000 nearly 3 years ago. The site was one of several that has been transferred to the city of Binghamton as a result of the December settlement with this company, and it pretty much basically it was condemned as far as that goes, and so I don't know if there was more news on this. Let's see. Let's see. Is this the follow-up? Let's go to this one. This is over on Fox 40.
Binghamton man is charged with arson, accused of intentionally setting yesterday's fire on Henry Street in Binghamton. According to Binghamton Police, 56-year-old Terry Bell is charged with arson in the 4th degree. Police say he was living in the residence. Bell was arraigned and remanded to county jail. The property was deemed a total loss and demolished. It is one of several owned by Isaac Ansrew. The city is in the process of taking over the property following a settlement last year.
So that's just a follow-up on Fox 40 News here, and so just to follow up on that, let's see. Upstate New York rivers rank among the most polluted in the United States. Ooh, we might have to go over that one as far as that goes. And let me see. Let's see here. Okay, that was the fire. We got that done. We got that done. And there really hasn't been anything in the news of lately, as far as that goes. So I'm just checking as far as the various. Let's see. What do we have over on the? What do we got over here on, let's see, features, entertainment news. Any entertainment news that we can talk about? Russell Crowe looks unrecognizable when preparing for a new role. Oh, okay. You got another Russell Crowe movie coming out. No, nothing on the celebs, so we'll pass on that one. Let's see, on the whale. What's on the whale? Anything? They usually have an extra. Eagles Trail reveals new Don Henley teen overdose details. Oh, we don't have to talk about that. And that's pretty much the same stories that's on. WAAL is the radio station that does the classic rock, and they're associated with WNBF, which is the AM channel news. So their web pages are almost identical as far as that goes. So we don't need that one. And we don't need that one. Let's see, WBNG. Anything over there on WBNG? Oh, we got another fire.
Learning more about a house fire in
Okay,
Oxford that broke out.
Let's bring this up one.
More about a house fire in Oxford.
Yeah, okay, we'll bring this one up here. Let me bring it up. This is in Shenango. This is Oxford in Shenango County, which is the next county over to the west. Let's see, present. So we're talking a lot about fires here, house fires. Let's see if anybody. This is off of WBNG. And let's go ahead and present it. Push it. And go ahead and play it.
Oxford that broke out at 3645 County Road 32 in the Village. Take a look. According to the Oxford Assistant Fire Chief, one person was inside of the home when that fire first broke out. They add that person was able to get out of the house, but did sustain some minor injuries. They also note that it took about 45 minutes to an hour to knock down that blaze. The home is considered a total loss. You see the images there. The Coventry Fire Department, Oxford EMS, Shenango County Sheriff's Office, Shenango County EMS, and Shenango County Fire investigators all responded to the scene. A section of that County Road 32 was closed while crews worked on that home.
It's up to you.
So, like I said, we're all winter long. You usually hear one or two, three, but we're getting the fires now. There's no real cause for this fire. As far as what I'm seeing in the article, it responded to a house and garage fire. One person was injured. Luckily, didn't lose life, and 45 minutes. The fire was going. I can tell you, if it took them 45 minutes, it took a little bit to get it under control. And they're investigating, so we don't know what the cause is, which is par for course for a lot of these fires, as far as how that goes. and such. So let's see, what else do we got? Anything? And no, that's about it there. Oh, let me check WEBO. I think just to be on the safe side here, WEBO. No, there's nothing there. What's the other one I got here? Let me check. I'm just checking my Twin Tiers. Let's see if there's anything there. This is to the over in Elmira. What's going on in Elmira? Anything? And I don't really see anything over there on that side. And let's see. Let's check the penny saver. Let's see what's on the penny saver. Usually they update news articles in the penny saver each day. Let's see. No, nothing there. And I don't see any articles over there. So that's it about the news, I guess, right now. So let's see, we got one more spot. Let's check. I am going to go get to that landing on the moon, though. I'm just checking to make sure we don't have any other interesting articles and stuff like that as far as that goes. So, but that's the local news thus far. So, sort of a mild week in news, which is a good thing. You don't want to have some tragic, off the wall news and stuff like that. Let's see. Let's go to the Google News. If I have to go to Google News, something. No, nothing really of interest there to bring up as far as that goes. So let's see. Let's get this set up. Let's see, view blog, okay. Oh, Intuitive Machines, that's the name of the company. And IM-1 landed on the moon yesterday, and we let me bring this up here. Let's go ahead and do that one. I'm just setting up for the next thing. I'm going to be taking a break here in a few minutes. We're coming up on an hour. I think, have we been up for an hour already? Oh yeah, we've been up for an hour right now. So, and Tina's saying good morning to Big Juice, as far as that goes. Okay, let's see. What's this? Space? This one is on space.com. Let's go with space.com. Okay. what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a break, refresh my coffee, and we will be right back. Okay. All right, we are back. We are back. We are back. We refreshed our coffee. We have the coffee. And we're at 6:52. And Tina, I know you're going to have to go because Hal will be on. We'll probably check him out here on the thing. But do want to talk about... let's see. Let's bring this up first here. Let's bring up... now this is the other blog that I have, the Fireman Rich, the @Fireman Rich blog over there on Blogger. And And last night, after I got done broadcasting here on Twitch, where the replay is, there's the blog itself. Is that coming up? Oh, they didn't come up yet. What the hell? What happened? I gotta hit the. Oh, I hit the button. Push it. Oh, it's not. What is going on here? Push it. Oh, I think our present is down. What's going on there? Let me see something. Oh, this brings an interesting. We're having a glitch with the, oh, let me try something here. That's interesting. Let's try and bring up this one. Let's see. Let's see if we go to another one. Oh my glitch. Yeah, oh my glitch. Exactly, Tina. We had these glitch. It's the Friday glitch. Didn't we try? I tried bringing you up, I think it was last week or the week before, and we had a glitch where we couldn't. Let's see. Let me try a different page here. Let's see if this one comes up. Oh, you know why? I hit the wrong button. There we go. Let's see. Let's go back over to here. This is the Fireman Rich at Fireman Rich blog. As far as that goes, there it is. This is the blog that I have over there on Blogger. Okay, that's squared up a little bit. And what I did is I did a broadcast last night, and it had to do with there it is posted with a picture of the IM-1 lunar lander in what do they call it, in Odyssey I think it is, or something like that. But there's a YouTube up of I think it's only about 45 minutes. I wasn't going to do it, and then I did it last minute, just before, it was like 5 minutes before they landed, and so there's a video up of that. So but this is the right here, this is the picture of the intuitive on space.com as far as that goes. And this is, I mean, this is historic. This is for me, this I'm a space junkie, and this goes right with the as far as the lunar, the moon landings for the Apollos. But here's what just landed on the moon. Odyssey, that's what it is. Intuitive Machines Odyssey. Odysseus. I'm sorry. Odysseus landed. It's a private commercial company that landed a lander named Odysseus, and is carrying on a bunch of scientific. Now, whether, I'm not sure what the update is, but it lands on the moon in a nail-biting descent, and what condition they did get a radio signal finally, but I'm not sure if I haven't seen any news concerning any telemetry, photographs and all that. But descent, the private Odysseus lander is the first for the U.S. to land on the moon since 1972, and this is the first private spacecraft ever to land softly on the Earth's nearest neighbor. And we're not sure how softly, whether, but they did have some communication, some comm problems. But after a nail-biting descent and a tense silence from the lunar surface, the United States is back on the moon. Odysseus, a robotic lander built by Houston-based company Intuitive Machines, touched down near the lunar South Pole last night. It was a landmark moment for space. No private spacecraft has ever soft landed on the moon before, and an American vehicle hadn't hit the gray dirt softly since NASA's crew of Apollo 17 did it in December of 1972. So, and I was 15 years old, and I was down in Brooklyn, New York. Remember eating my breakfast there at the kitchen table with my grandmother sitting there. We were watching on a little black and white TV, and we thought that was great. But what a triumph! Odysseus has taken the moon. NASA administration Bill Nelson said in a video, and that's in the YouTube that I posted up. It's the first feat and a giant leap forward for all of humanity. Stay tuned, and it marks a return to the moon. So that was very significant, and I'm glad I did that broadcast last night as far as that goes. And let's see, let's switch over to my Twitter feed, and okay, there we go. What the hell is this? Let me update this. Is that updated? Oh, you know what? I broadcasted. Check out just the Saturday morning coffee. I did change that out. Oh my God, what a bonehead I am. Okay, but there's the lander right there. That's a post from Lockheed Martin Space, congratulating the Intuitive Machines on the landing of the IM-1 Odyssey lander, setting the stage for future commercial missions. And as far as that's a picture, is that a picture of it landed? We can't wait to see. Oh no, that's before it landed. Okay, so you can see it's still the curvature. So there's still and that was from last night. I can't believe I put the wrong. I'm half asleep here. Check out that's a previous broadcasting. I just copy and paste a thing. I've got the right date in there, but it's not Saturday. It's Friday. They'll get corrected, but there's the video right there as far as that goes. Picture of the Odysseus right there before it launched 8 days ago. It took 8 days for it to get to the moon, as far as that goes. And then also it's Black History Month, and this is the United States Air Force. They put up I reposted this. Major Charles Hall was the first member of the famed Red Tails of the 332nd Fighter Wing Group, also known as the Tuskegee Airmen, to shoot down enemy aircraft, and earned him a Distinguished Flying Cross. And as far as that goes, and I have met several of these gentlemen from the Tuskegee several years back. They're a great bunch of guys. It was an honor to shake their hands, and it's an honor to remember them all during Black History Month in this month of February. And that's the fire there from the Tioga Fire Protection, Fire Prevention, the Battle of the Fire there. And then yesterday, this is a picture of me that's on over there on the I play the game PUBG Battlegrounds. It's on the PC, and I made it to the top 10 using the various strategies that I have to survive to the end. And I almost got a chicken dinner on this guy, but he took me out. This is him going. That's a picture of him. You have this after the match is over. You can go to a thing called Death Cam, and it shows you. And I took this snapshot where it came up where I finished second, and he takes a shot at me through that window, and stuff like that. But it does give me the proof that I'm in the top 10. This is probably my 7th or 8th number 2. I'm usually in the top 10, maybe, I don't know, almost 40 to 50% of the time. as far as if I don't get complacent. So it's a fun game to play. And then yesterday, this is a picture of that fire that I did over. I did the good story over on the Fireman Rich audio podcast. As far as that goes, I don't know if. Let's see. Tina, Hal is up on. Are you still here, Tina? Because Hal is up. I just wanted to let you know he's up on the broadcast. Just to let you know. Okay, yeah, I just saw here you got Jim Figerty's up, Total Dad, and then you got Hal Moss Media, as far as that goes. So that's the extent of the day yesterday or Tuesday. This was Thursday. Yeah, that was yesterday. Yeah, Thursday. That as far as that goes. And what was this? This was Wednesday night. Yeah, that was Wednesday afternoon. So that was Tuesday for the Fireman Rich audio podcast. So I'll probably be playing some more of this game today. So, but that's what's happening over on my timeline. Let's go ahead and check a couple of timelines. Let's see, anything. Did Ted Hicks broadcast last night? Oh, I don't see anything there, so I don't know if he broadcast. That's his last post there. And we go over Tony D's broadcast or Twitter page. And no, he did a music broadcast a couple of days ago. And then Michael Bathurst, he did broadcast yesterday. That's him right there.
Really suffering this week. So.
Oh, that's what's happened to him. I was wondering what's happened to him. I guess he wasn't feeling well.
Program going, and it looks like I can see myself. And Instagram might be 30 seconds, 20
Lots
seconds
doing that
ahead
Instagram.
or behind. I know what I'm doing. Sure I do.
Yeah, sure okay. You do, Michael.
Good morning on Instagram.
This is Michael saying good morning yesterday. So he had been missing for the first part of the week and stuff like that. So.
And this morning we are streaming on YouTube. We are streaming on Facebook, Twitch, Instagram, and my all-time favorite, Twitter, now known as X under the leadership of the wonderful Elon Musk. Jay, there you are. Are you at work today, Jay? Jay is my only steady person on Instagram. The one.
So there's Michael, as far as that goes. Let me see. What else can I bring up? Let's see what. Let's check in with Hal Massa. Okay, thanks. Okay, Tina. Ciao. Take care. We'll see ya. We're gonna go ahead and bring up. Let's go ahead and bring up Hal. Once we get past the commercial, we'll switch over to Hal. Oh, let's go ahead and check out Hal. Let's see. How can I? Oh, I gotta move it here, and we'll move that there, and we'll bring up Hal. Let's see. We bring up Hal. We'll bring him right into the broadcast here. Okay, let's see what Hal has to say. Oh, I gotta turn it off.
Photo ID.
Okay, fine.
Okay,
Now we're
fine.
gonna
Now we're gonna get back to you within 48 hours to let you know if you're accepted back in again. So I won't be knowing until sometime maybe tomorrow whether I get to go back into Facebook again on this laptop. Nuts.
Oh, he's still having problems.
Tina's here. Good morning, New Jersey. Miss Mouse's week was long, but love the weather. Heading to Ann Arbor to get a tooth pulled today. Oh. Have you had any before pulled? I had the experience for the first and only time 2 years ago, I think it was now, having a tooth.
We'll say good morning.
It was a lot better than I thought it would be because my dentist, number one, has been with me for over 35 years, so he knows I'm not a big fan of getting things like that done if it's a new procedure. And up until now, I'd never had one pulled. So he made sure it was a very nice, very comfortable as extractions go procedure and process. And it came out all right. Now I have to go back again because, well, I'll talk about it. There's Johnny and Steph. I'm going to tell you why I got to go back to the dentist again. Something different. Well, he's talking about his smart bed here, that sleep number thing that he uses.
We're saying good morning.
Sworn by for years. I was in the process earlier this week of munching on some Pringles. There's Fireman Rich from upstate New York. Morning, Rich. All in Hal's chat from the Friday morning coffee broadcast going live. Oh, are we on your broadcast too? Is that how that works? That's awesome. That's awesome to be able to hang out with your audience. That would be cool. You've had one pulled prior, not a fan of the dentist or driving almost 3 hours to have it done. I have to go about an hour and a half to get mine done, and people question that. And it's only because the dentist that I've had so long, and initially that practice started down the street from me in Detroit with a different dentist who had it.
So I'm almost enjoying doing this, and
a different dentist who took over the practice.
They're doing a raid.
Moving his office around, but he was just as skilled as the guy he was replacing, who was retiring. So I stayed with this guy for over 35 years. He's moved his practice twice, and it's down in Birmingham, Michigan, which is a good 70-some miles away from here. But I still go there because it's only once or twice a year, and the guy is so skilled, I can't possibly give that up. I'm nice and loyal to the people who do well. I'm on your broadcast. Rich's broadcast. Welcome from the Hal Raisers. My name is Hal. The Hal Raisers join us here on this live stream, and we go around the live stream dial. Maybe Rich has said
he's great. He's a good guy.
Facebook on Mondays, TikTok on Tuesdays, Twitter/X on Wednesdays, Instagram Thursdays, and then here on Fridays we do a multi-stream thing both on Twitch and on Facebook, and that's what we're doing right now. So we're glad to have all of you along with us. Thank you so much, and you pay attention and you mind when Rich tells you to do something. Okay, good guy.
Yeah, we like listening.
Fact,
We like listening to Hal.
As fickle as they come.
I like
just
doing
left
this.
Rich for me.
I just say I like doing this. Just a raid. We're watching Hal Moss broadcast
Miss
out.
Mouse is immunocompromised. Oh my gosh. Meaning you can't find a dentist to touch you except for the advanced clinic at U of M. Huh. You like doing this and then doing just raid. Yeah, there is that raid thing. I'm still not totally sure of what some of those terms or procedures are. I'm as basic as they come when it comes to live streaming stuff, and we've been doing it for 8 years, so I've never really advanced my technology beyond that. I'm still trying to figure out why we had this issue on Wednesday when we were on Twitter. Some people were able to chat with us and others couldn't, and I couldn't understand that until somebody said, I guess that maybe only if you don't have Android, you can do it, but if you have Android, you can't chat. Was what I guess the people at X told about that instead of raid. All right, you like doing this and then doing just raid instead. Okay. All right.
I guess in this particular instance, when we're talking live streaming, rating is a good thing, right? Not like if the law comes to your house. This is a different type of thing, right? Let's see where I'm at. We're doing traffic here in a second, which is something that I do when I'm here, in addition to news with them. Yes, it is. Cool. All right. See, I knew you wouldn't put me in danger, Rich. Thank you. Tina was the one who inquired about why she wasn't able to chat with us on Twitter on Wednesday, and the X people told her it's because she has an Android phone. Rate is a good thing. Miss Mouse also concurs. Well, have a great day and weekend, Rich. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Hal. There's Hal Moss.
New York State today, but hopefully it's going
check
to be
him out.
Kind of as pleasant
Hal
as ours in Michigan has been of
Moss.
late. Not so much this weekend.
Media.
We'll get back into it next week when we touch 60.
And
that'll be kind of cool. Get more of the snow melting, because that makes it easier for Jacko and I to be able to walk around. We don't have so much plowed snow mounds in the way of us like we've had, although it's been melting lately very, very nicely.
Okay, when you choke, I didn't catch that. Yeah, he does that. That's one of his things
also
there.
do some food fighting here after 8 o'clock this morning. That's another thing that we do in front.
There we have it. We'll stop sharing that. That's cool. That is always great to do. I like doing that on Friday. As far as that goes, and let's see, who else can we visit? Let's see. Let's go ahead and check out Total Dad. Let's see. Well, let's see. What do we got for time here? We're at an hour and 34 minutes, so I think that's. Hey, Mel 170. How you doing? I was just on. Yeah, I was just. We were just over there visiting him, and I'm getting ready to wrap up things here and stuff like that. I wanted to visit Hal. I was thinking we got Total Dad and Jim Figerty on also, but I just wanted to visit Hal to say good morning. I think that's going to be the Friday. I say hi because I don't really have time. I came on through Hal's. Okay, yeah, he's going to be on for a little bit longer. I'm just ending here. It's sort of an hour and 30 minutes if you want to say that's a short broadcast. I'm not going to go my normal 2 hours and stuff like that. I just sort of running out of content, I guess, as far as that goes. And so I'm going to get my day started here, and glad to have you here. As far as that goes, you're our second Aussie. We had Aussie Joanna in here, and now we have Mel. Melanie 170270. Hi and bye, Rich. You'll have a good one too, Mel. And enjoy it's late evening over there in Australia, and she's over there in where's Mel? Mel is. I got to get my card out. I always have to get it for Mel. Mel is over there in Rockhampton, Central Queensland, and over there in Australia, and it's that would be one of the eastern states there for the great continent country of Australia. So we're going to go ahead and 10:16 Friday night. Okay. 10:16. So on my clock, let's see. Yeah, I have 11:16. So our clocks are all screwy here. So yeah, you're over there evening time, and we were going around the world. We see there's a little weather over there in northern Queensland. This Sydney's time. Yeah, that's Sydney's time. Sydney's time is okay. You're on Australian time. Sydney has their own. They're an hour ahead. That's right. I remember you telling me that before. You have a good one. We're going to go ahead and exit stage left here, folks. So we're going to get our day started. I'm going to get some breakfast, and we're going to go out for an early morning walk. Queensland time. Yeah, there we go. Queensland time. There we go. You're educating me. You're educating me there. Okay, bye. All right, folks. We're going to go ahead and exit stage left and get going here. And but before we leave, I want to say thank you very much to our good friends that were in the chat here, and that's starting out with we had Tim Fan 40, our resident contractor. That was he's from Michigan, the Great Lakes state. There we had Aussie Joanna from Australia. Thank you very much. She's just like Mel. She was from Queensland. Thank you, Mel, or thank you, Aussie Joanna. Thank you very much, Joanna, for the subscription. Subscribing, I greatly appreciate that. Thank you. And we had, let's see, after that, Tina came in. Tina was with us. She's over there on Al Moss's broadcast right now. Thank you, Tina. Then we had Big Juice. He popped in. Steve from Ohio, backing up. Tina's from Jersey, our Jersey girl, but Big Juice is from Ohio. And finishing it out on the broadcast after we had a visit over there on Al Moss's broadcast is Melanie 170270. Thank you, Melanie, for being here. And thank you also, all of you out there on the Twitch for watching, and thank you for watching on the replay. It is greatly appreciated, and I thank you very much for that. And if you're watching on the replay on the Rumble and YouTube, thank you also, as far as that goes, for watching on those platforms and stuff. And you all have a great weekend. You can follow me, Rich Roberts, here on Twitch, at Fireman Rich here on Twitch, and at Fireman Rich over there on X, at Fireman Rich over on Truth Social, at Fireman Rich Blue Sky, and over there on Instagram Threads, at Fireman Rich. Just Google at Fireman Rich and you'll see where I'm at. On the public Facebook, you have to put in The Real Fireman Rich. And I post over there. I lean more towards, of late, X, formerly known as Twitter. And you all have a great one, wherever you may be. And we're going to exit stage left to get our day started. So you have a great day on this Friday. We made it to the weekend. Have a great weekend. I'll be popping up here or there this weekend doing something. So you all have a great one. Live life. Have fun. Ciao for now. As always, peace. Take care, folks. Thank you all in the chat also. Greatly appreciated.